So we're just gonna do this one real quick. I I really enjoy Coco. I'm just, not the target audience for it. So I just wrote something up real quick because I did do something on a brand new movie called Scoob that I'm going to talk about. So this is directed by Adrian Molina and Lee Unkirk of Toy Story 3. It's from 2017 animated family adventure starring Anthony Gonzalez as Miguel, Benjamin Bratt as Ernesto de la Cruz, Gael Garcia Bernal as Hector, Jamie Camille as Papa, Alana Umbach as Mama Imelda, Gabriel Iglesias, which I didn't know, as the departure agent, John Ratzenberg as Juan, I'm going to try this, Ortodonicia, I hope I did that right, Renee Victor as Abuelita, and Ana Ophelia Morguia, I probably butchered the hell out of that, as Mama Coco. It's a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, making Onward actually the lowest score covered this week. Now, when I covered Onward, that was from when the movie first came out, that Rotten Tomatoes score. So, I can look it up real quick if it's changed, but as far as I know, it hasn't. Onward. No, still hasn't changed, so still about an 88%. And off of a budget of $175 million, the film made $807.1 million, making it the fourth highest grossing Pixar film we looked at this week. Now, I do enjoy this movie. My only issue is that it's highly predictable. And as with most Pixar films, they're all pretty much dead center on, you know what's going to happen. So, you know that Hector is Miguel's great-great-grandfather instead of Ernesto de la Cruz from the moment he steps on screen. The adventure to return Miguel to the world of the living makes for a unique story in my mind. And I really enjoyed the movie for its messages on how no matter what, your family will love you even if you go down the path they don't approve of. He loves music, he's passionate about music, but his family doesn't like the idea of him becoming a musician because Hector actually left his family behind to go perform with Ernesto. Speaking of Ernesto, he is one interesting villain in a Pixar movie, probably the best from the week. He's mean-spirited, of course, but he literally kills somebody. He poisons Hector, killing him, and intentionally keeps Miguel from putting his picture up on the ofrenda so that he becomes forgotten and is lost and actually dies for good. That's depressing as hell, man. So the movie is very, very deep, and I highly recommend it. It's a really good movie. It's just, I don't know what it is about it that I'm not a huge fan of, but I definitely recommend this movie. The relationship between Miguel and Hector is beautiful, and it grows from start to finish, even though Miguel has some issues with Hector and how he goes about things, revealing that he and Ernesto de la Cruz used to be bandmates and stuff. That I don't really care for that too much, but I enjoy the fact that, he doesn't get along too well with Hector, and he kind of just, their relationship grows throughout the movie. I really like that. So, the music, though, it feels more like a Disney musical. I love that. Remember Me is probably my favorite song, and the music is composed, once again, by Michael Giacchino. And we saw him, I believe it was this last film here, Inside Out. Hold on a second. Yep. Yeah, so we saw him in Inside Out, and, there's other stuff we're going to see him in, especially like Doctor Strange, Rogue One. If I ever cover Up, I don't own Up, so I probably won't cover it. But yeah, he does a great job, and all of these songs are really good, but Remember Me sticks out just because it's so catchy. And it make how do I put this? To me, it reminds me of this song called Remember When by Alan Jackson. Now, of course, this is a Spanish song versus a country song, but it just kind of reminds me of that. So, I told you this is going to be kind of a short video. I've got some other stuff I got to take care of. But I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I don't like its predictability. And I saw this one in theaters. I think it's like the third Pixar film I've ever seen in theaters. And I remember watching it with someone just being like, I'll bet you by the end of the movie they'll reveal Hector is his grandfather. And they're like, don't talk, you know. Don't predict things. And I was right, and they're like, come on, why do you gotta be right? It's like, well, it's a movie made for kids, of course, and I'm not a child, obviously. I have the mind of a child, but I am not a child, and the fact that surprise didn't really blow me away too much. I don't know. So I still highly recommend it, even if it's predictable. If you have small kids, they'll enjoy it if they haven't seen it. With that, we're finally done with Disney for a while, and I say for a while because, you know, the MCU is Disney technically, even though it's an affiliate of Disney, and so is Star Wars, but it's still considered part of Disney. We're not going to do, like, animated Disney movies for a while. Next up, we're going to do the DCEU. So I made a slight change. I said I was going to do Man of Steel and Birds of Prey on the same day. That's still going to happen, but I mentioned doing Batman v Superman and Joker on the same day. That is not happening. I'm moving Joker to after I do Suicide Squad, just to compare the two Jokers. So until tomorrow when we talk about Man of Steel and Birds of Prey, I'm Luke, and I'll see you guys later.